first off, multiplying and simplifying. Multiply number times the number, so that gives us -6. Keep the base, add the exponent. 2 plus 4 is 6, 1 plus 3 is 4. Number 2, problem here is you have fractions with different denominators. So 2/3 and 3/5, you need to find a common denominator of 15. 10 plus 9 is 19, 15s. 1/4 and 5/6, you need to kind of find a common denominator of 12. So that's 3 12ths and 10 12ths, which makes 13 12ths. So if you're watching this later, you can always pause and slow it down and rewind stuff. Okay, simplify. 10 over 25 is just reduced to 2/5. 5 goes into both of them. Where do I have more A's? On the top. How many more? 1. B's. Where do I have more B's? On the bottom, I have 4 more on the bottom. Number 4, 3 and 7 just stay. We cannot have negative exponents, so since it's downstairs, we move it upstairs. P to the 4. Number 5, 4 over 6 reduces to 2 over 3. Don't forget what you knew in grade school. You're just reducing fractions. Don't let this new letter stuff throw you off. Now the A's, the A on top, the negative ones, have to move downstairs. So that gives me 5 on the bottom. The B's, I move the 4 on the bottom upstairs and gives me 5 on the top. 6, 24, and 30 are both reduced by 6. So that's 4/5. And then 5, 6, and 1, 6. Where do I have more? Top. How many more? 4, 6, which reduces to 2/3. 2/5 and 3/5. Where do I have more fifths? On the bottom, 1/5. Okay. When you're sending an exponent in, you multiply the exponents. So 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 4 is 20. X to the 10th, y to the 20th. Number 8, you can just straight do 3 times 2 times 5 and get 30. Or you do 3 times 2 is 6, times 5 is 30. You do 5 times 2 is 10, times 3 is 30. Or like I said, just straight multiply. Number 9, anything, no matter how big or small it is, to the 0 power is 1. Now number 10, we send the 2 into everything. So it's not just to the letters. The 5 gets squared. The 3 gets squared. That is the most common mistake on a problem like this, leaving it 5 over 3. Those get squared also, because they have an exponent of 1. And then it's just 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay? This is no different than earlier with variables. Keep the base, add the exponent. So since they're both the base of 5, we just add 10 plus 3, 13. Number 12, you can do subtraction, or just ask yourself a simple question. Where do I have more? Top. How many more? 3. And 3 cubed is 27. Remember, that was x cubed, it's just x cubed. But if it's 3 cubed, simplify it. If it's a number, you need to simplify it. 13. The 8 squared, 8 to the negative 2 goes downstairs and becomes 8 squared. 1 over 8 squared, which is 1 over 64. There should be no pencils out right now. Okay, x to the 1/3 is just the same thing as the cube root of x. Okay. Y to the 2/5 is just written like that. The 2 goes on the inside, the 5 goes on the outside. Remember on 16, the 4a goes in parentheses. The 5 goes on the inside, the 2 goes on the outside. Same thing with 16. The 6mn in parentheses, 3 on the inside, 4 on the outside, and it's all on the bottom underneath 1 because it was a negative exponent. This is just going the opposite direction. So in this case, remember, this is a 1 and this is a 2. And so that's 1/2. 119, 3 8ths, 24 7ths. But remember to put that 2n in parentheses. If you just write 2n to the 4 7ths, that was marked wrong. because that's telling you it's just n. So you gotta make sure it's 2n in parentheses. Okay, 25 to the 1/2, like we already said, is the square root of 25, which simplifies to 5. 1/3 means the cube root of 8. 1/3. Cube root of 8 is 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 27 to the 2/3. We talked about this. Write the 27, 2 on the inside, outside 3. Then mark it off and take the cube root of 27. Cube root of 27 is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Then that number gets squared to be 9. 24 mean here is on the bottom. So 1/2 means square root, so that's 1/9. And here simply 1/2 times 6 is 3. Half of 6. When you do a power to a power, it doesn't matter if it's a fraction. You multiply. And since it's even, it's 3. If it was 7, it ended up being 2 7ths, and that'd be something else. 5 cubed is 125. Okay, remember, very important, this is a 1. So you send the 1/2 here and here. 49 to the 1/2 means the square root of 49, which is 7. Half of 2 is simply 1, so it's 7a. 27, remember, this gets sent here and here. So here's 100 to the 3/2. We mark it off. Square root of 100 is 10, and we cube that for 1,000. And 6 times 3 is 18, divided by 2 is 9. So W to the 9. 45 breaks down to 9 and 5. 9 is a perfect square. Write the perfect square first. 3 root 5. 98 breaks down to 49 and 2. 49 is a perfect square. 7 root 2. Number 30 breaks down to 36 and 2. Square root of 36 is 6. But don't forget this negative. That makes it negative. Negative on the outside does not mean no solution. You can do it. 18, 9 and 2. Square root of 9 is 3. And then since these are one pair, 2 divided by 2 is 1. But that 2 is still stuck inside. So it's 3x times square root of 2. We can't do it. There's no real solution. You can't take the square root of a negative number. 33, the 125 breaks down to 25 and 5. The 5 comes out, and this 5 is right here. We had this b out here. 2 of these come out as 1, and we have 5 stuck inside and the b stuck inside. So 5 times 5 is 25, b times b is b squared, and the root 5b. Similar idea on 34. 40 breaks down to 4 and 10. Square root of 4 is 2. But we already had that negative 6 come down. The m squared comes down. The n comes down. 2 of these come out, one pair. These both come out, one pair. That combines to 12m cubed n squared. And what's stuck inside is this 10 and one of these m's. These all have the same radicand, which is no different than 5x plus 2x minus 1x. 5 plus 2 is 7, minus 1 is 6, so it's 6 radical 3. 36 at first, nothing can be done, but 27 breaks down this way, and 18 breaks down this way. Do not forget these numbers up here. So when the 9 breaks down to 3, it's 3 times 5. And when this 9, square root of 9 breaks down to 3, it's 3 times 3 to give us 9. And then, oops, I forgot one more step. Alright, simplify that, I did not. So 15 of these plus 2 of these is 17 of those, and then 9 root 2. We have to simplify all the way. Last page. It says multiply and simplify, but always simplify first. So square root of 10, base 100 is 10, square root of 25 is 5, 10 times 5 is 50. Okay? Outside times outside is 12. Inside times inside gives us W to the 6th. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so it's 12W cubed. On this one, 3 plus 2 is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. And we divide by 2, so that's 2 pair, 1 left over, 1 left over. Number 4, 40. 6 times 5 is 30. That's inside. The 2 is on the outside. 41. We just multiply those. That's 2 radical 3. 3 and 2 makes 6. 3 times 2 is 6. And that's it. You can't put them together. They don't make radical 9. All right. You don't have to rationalize any of these because 3 goes into 75 25 times. It just reduces, and that's 5. This is radical 1 over radical 16, which is just 1 over 4. Again, you do not have to rationalize radical 5 here because 5 goes into 20 4 times, and the square root of 4 is 2. And 45, you don't have to rationalize because this simplifies to 3, so it's just negative 5/3. And then placing these in, pi goes on forever. It is an irrational number. There's no end to it. You can't write it as a fraction. Square root of 7, you cannot write as a fraction. So those go in the irrational. This can be written as a fraction, 3 and 14 over 100. So that goes in the rational. This simplifies just to negative 3, negative whole number. 1/5 of negative 5 2/3 is already a fraction, and 0.6 repeating can be converted into a fraction. There's a procedure for it, but any repeating decimal can be written as a fraction. And that's it.